What's up, you bunch of low-lifers? Welcome back to the traveling circus, and today I'm out on the water in the Xpress X-21, and I was thinking, this time of year it is very, very important to take care of our resource. And if you're asking yourself what the resource is, well, this video is for you. The resource, the reason for all this, the reason for podcasts, the reason for Boats and Pros, the reason we all get into this is the bass. And this time of year it is so key to take care of the fish, the resource. So I'm going to show you a few things that I do in tournaments to keep fish alive, and even maybe you're wanting to throw one in the live well to take a picture at the end of the day. Whatever the case is, take care of the bass. I'm going to walk you through these Xpress live wells. I'm going to show you my favorite techniques. Let's go get wet in the live well. Okay, I'm back here at the business end where the live wells are located and the Livewell controls. One of my favorite things is how easily accessible the Livewell controls are in the X-21. You have a simple drain valve that's open and closed, 2 recirc pumps and 2 fill pumps. Now, the difference in these pumps you need to know because it's very crucial in keeping bass alive. Fill pumps do just that. They fill the live wells from the actual lake water through a live well screen, aerator screen that's on the back of the boat. So when you hit the fill pump, they're going to fill the live wells. Recirc pulls the water that is in the live wells, runs it through the pump and back into the live well. So that is not fresh water. That is recirculated water that's already in your live wells. A lot of people don't realize that. That is very, very key. And I'm going to tell you why in just a second. But the first thing you're going to want to do when you catch your first fish is you're going to obviously want to close the live well valve and turn the fill pump on right over here at the switch panel right there. Of course, you can see these are all my switches right here for the live wells. This control panel, open and close valve, you're just going to close it. That's going to make sure no water runs out. Then we have our fills here, our recircs here. So I'm going to go manual fill right there. You can hear it kick on. That's kicking on both sides. Now these switches also have an auto feature, which is a timer. That's what I'm going to run during the day. After I get the live well filled, I'm going to go to auto, but you can see when I kicked that on, what's going on in here. Let's check it out. I'm actually kind of ahead of you guys. I've already got a 3 bass from there. Let's see. Woo! Healthy and ticked off. But you can see just filling the live well right there. Turns on both sides. You can see plenty of room in these live wells for a big old stringer of bass. So I use a very simple process to keep fish alive in a bass boat setup with 2 live wells like this Xpress X-21. I use that fill pump to bring in water from the lake to fill when I catch my first fish, my first keeper of the day, okay? I fill those live wells as full as they will go. Then I switch over to the recirculating pumps, the recirc pumps, and they have a timer on them as well. You can run them manually or on a timer. I like to run them on a timer. Then I will add something like this. TH Marine G-Juice, this is what I use. There's lots of live well additives out there, but I find this one to be the best. It's like Gatorade for fish. It will actually stop them from bleeding. If you tongue hook one, it can actually help keep those fish alive. So TH Marine G-Juice, it will replace those slime coats, and these bottles have this little feel right here. Just measures it, a ½ ounce will treat this entire 30-gallon live well, okay? So I'm going to recirculate that G-Juice. One of the coolest things about G-Juice is the fact that it's blue. So a lot of people ask, well, when do I know if I need to add more? Well, as it recirculates, you're going to see the color change from the live well. It's going to go from this blue color back to the natural watercolor. Well, what I do in that situation, I flip my fill pump back on, I get me some fresh water, then I add more G-Juice, and I go back to recirculating. I do this multiple times during the tournament day. Once that temperature gets up, once these fish are stressed out, to keep my bass alive. It really, really helps. Now, that's where it pays to know the difference in that fill pump and recirculate. A lot of people buy a new boat, they just hit that fill pump or whatever switch they think works, and that's what they go with. There's a big difference. Just remember, fill pump fills in the live well with lake water. The recirc pump recirculates the water that's already in the well. There are 2 very big differences in the pumps, and I use both during a tournament day to keep bass alive. I don't know how well you can see this with the glare, but something else I utilize is the TH Marine Oxygenator. The Xpress X-21 comes equipped with the oxygenator and one live well. And what the oxygenator does, it takes the water molecules in your live well, separates them, and injects 90% pure oxygen into the well. And you can see this fish right here, he's got his nose right against it, just breathing it in like he's in an oxygen bar in Vegas. Something you could do is you could add another oxygenator to this well if that was something you were interested in. But something else I find key right here, the Xpress live wells have C-deck under them, and that's going to keep this a little bit more insulated, keep it from getting so hot on those summer days where that sun's just beating down on those live wells. And that is when I'm going to use ice. We're going to talk about that next. So as I mentioned there, I'm going to start using ice once the water temperature gets above 75 degrees. I bring extra ice with me in an extra cooler most of the time in summertime tournaments. The one thing I will caution you on though, do not use too much ice because you can actually put the fish in shock. These fish are coming out of water that's 75, 80, 85 degrees in the summertime, so they're used to the warm water. The sun beating down your live wells though can turn it into a bathtub situation. So you want to keep it added during the day and just keep those live well temperatures down. I find that helps a absolute ton. You just don't want to overdo it, and there's a careful balance. So just try to even take a temperature gauge with you if you need to make sure it's very close to the lake water. I just think that always helps keep those bass from being stressed out, keeps them from freaking out, and keeps them healthy so we can return them back to the lake that we caught them from. Something else I utilize a lot in tournaments, TH Marine conservation culling systems. You can see it clips on the bottom of the lip of the fish. It does not penetrate like a stringer clip, and that is going to keep that fish healthy and stress-free in that live well as well. Why are culling buoys important? Well, so you know which fish to cull. You keep up with which color is your smallest during the day. You reach in there, you grab them, you chunk them back. It keeps you from handling the fish more. It makes the fish stay healthy. So you're going to want to invest in a good culling system like a TH Marine conservation cull. There's lots of them out there, but I feel like that's the best one. It comes with a culling beam, and that helps. You know, we just, unfortunately, the worst part of our sport at times is trying to keep fish alive. It is a very stressful situation, and I think anything you can do to better that for the fish, for yourself, you're going to be ahead of the game. So these are just tips that I use in the Xpress X-21. Could not be happier with the live well setup in this boat, and I think that you utilize these tips, you'll be happy, and your fish will be a heck of a lot happier from here on out. That's all she wrote for the live well tips. Make sure you utilize them so you get these guys to do this right here more often. Make sure you're subscribed to the Luke Duncan's Traveling Circus YouTube channel, and I'll see y'all next time.